Okay, I've finished packing up all your bags and now I want you out of the house by the end of the day. Do you understand me?
What are you talking about? I'm not about to move out of this place. You can't even kick me out. We split the rent 50-50, remember?
I don't care about that. I want you out of my life today, so just shut up and leave already.
You really are a piece of work. Do you know that, Roy? I mean, I'm not even home from work yet and you're trying to kick me out. I won't even have time to pack.
You think I care about what suits you best? Just do as I say and stay out of the house. This is all your fault that it's come to this, so if you're looking for anyone to blame, then why don't you start with yourself?
And just how is any of this my fault? You've got some nerve saying that, you know?
It's because you can't get pregnant, that's why you gotta go. I want a kid and it's clear now that you can't give me one, got it?
But that isn't my fault, Roy. I want a kid too. I'm not happy with how our baby making has gone either.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, is it? Well then, I guess it's not my fault if I kick you out of the house. It's just what happens.
Roy, you are seriously messed up if you think this is even remotely okay. One of these days, something is going to happen that finally knocks you down a peg or two and hopefully puts you in your place.
Just shut up already. Why are you wasting your time talking to me when you could be packing up all your things? I already have the divorce papers, by the way, so make sure you sign them when you get here. And then you can take them and drop them off once you've left the house.
And just why should I have to run around and do something like that, huh? I mean, if you already went through the trouble of packing my bags for me, you can at least finish the job and send off our divorce papers.
There you go again, always trying to share the blame, if not just outright pin it on someone else. You're already going out of the house, so why don't you do it?
You know, I guess I'm just surprised that a weakling like you managed to pack all of my bags and belongings.
What are you talking about? I've been working out. I'm not a weakling.
Oh, really? You work out? Since when do you work out?
Okay, fine. So I hired some movers to pack up your stuff. Is that what you want to hear? Are you happy now?
Well, just as long as you're telling me the truth, that's all that matters to me, really. But I don't really care how you packed my bags, to be honest.
Look, the point is that once you get here, I want you to load up your stuff and get lost. I have some errands to do, so I won't even be in the house. And when I do get back, you better not be there.
Actually, I'm glad this is happening. I've been wanting to divorce you for a long time now. But after I leave, just how are you going to afford the rent on this place? Because I know that you can't afford to live here all on your own.
You don't know anything about what I can or can't do. Don't you underestimate me.
Don't tell me that you're going to ask someone else to pay my half of the rent for you.
Of course I'm not going to do anything like that. Quit jumping to conclusions. I am more than capable of being able to afford this place all on my own.
No. I already know that you can't. Not to mention the fact that you're a terrible liar. Who is it? Is there another girl? Is that why you're chasing me out of my own home? Why didn't you just ask for her help in packing up all my stuff? It would have saved you the money you spent on the movers.
There you go again, jumping to conclusions. Well, I'm not going to play this game of yours.
But what I don't get is why you feel the need to hide this from me anyways. I mean, we're already getting divorced, right? So what's the point?
I said quit making assumptions about me. You and I are through, so quit asking me questions. I never want to see you again.
You really are just scum. Do you know that, Roy?
Gina, I heard that you moved back in with Mom and Dad. What happened? I was just there visiting with them, but I went home yesterday. I would have stayed longer if I knew that you were coming home.
Well, everything happened yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to give anyone a heads up. But anyways, I'm going to be staying with Mom and Dad for a while, so come over sometime soon and we can talk.
But what happened? Don't tell me that you got into a fight with Roy or something.
Not really a fight per se, but we did decide to get divorced.
You did? Well, that's great news. Congratulations.
Wait, what? Did you read what I just said? Roy and I are getting divorced!
I know, but just think about it. Roy was no good for you at all. I really didn't want to say anything to you beforehand, but you really have just the worst taste in men. And Roy is just another example of that now.
Jeez, did Roy really have that many red flags that I didn't see?
Okay, well, like, even at your wedding, he came off as really arrogant and just really rubbed me the wrong way. To be honest, I couldn't believe that this was the guy that you were going to marry. He just gave me the sense that he would run around on you as soon as you got married.
And you're telling me that I just didn't pick up on any of that? What was I thinking?
Well, I'm sorry. I would have said something, but I figured I was a little late since you two were already married. But I am a bit relieved to hear that things didn't work out for the two of you. I just hope that you can learn from this lesson, sis.
Well, I certainly have learned a lot, but I think I also paid a lot for the lesson. Either way, I suppose I did this to myself, and I take responsibility for it.
Anyways, I'm about to get home, but I would love to call and talk all about what happened.
I would really appreciate that, actually. Let's do that.
Wow, I just really can't believe what a scumbag he was. I mean, that was way worse than anything that I was imagining.
I know, right? I can't believe there's someone like him that really exists in this world. Although, ever since we got married, I got the feeling that he was revealing more and more of his true self. But I just never expected that everything would come to an end the way that it did.
So then what are you going to do now, Gina?
Well, for now I'm going to look for apartments where I can live by myself and just continue with my work, I guess.
No, not about that. I mean, what are you going to do to get back at Roy?
Oh, I don't really care what happens to him at this point. As long as he keeps his distance from me and I never have to deal with him again, I can't really complain.
But Gina, he cheated on you, right? You have to make him pay for that.
I know he did, but I just really don't want to think about that right now. Anyways, I think I know what I really have to do, so don't worry.
What is that supposed to mean? What is it that you have to do?
I'll tell you in person the next time you come over. I'll tell you all about it over a couple of drinks.
I can't believe that you really showed up. I mean, who in their right mind goes to their ex-husband's wedding? You still must really love me, huh?
What are you talking about? You were the one who sent me the invitation, remember? You said that you wanted to see just how bad the years had been to me since we broke up? If you think I can because I still have feelings for you, you're very wrong.
No, please, there's no use in trying to hide it. It's obvious that you still love me. And I really did want to see just how far you'd fallen. It makes for the perfect wedding present.
Honestly, I just came here to bear witness more than anything. I can't help but feel sorry for this poor woman that you tricked into marrying you. There's no way she knows what you're really like.
Of course she does. She's well aware of what a gentleman I am, and we're gonna make a happy family together. So you can bear witness all you want. It's just gonna bum you out, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, actually.
I mean, really, to think that my barren old ex-wife would come to see me get married. But on top of that, you had to try and surprise me by pretending to be pregnant.
I actually am pregnant. I'm pregnant with twins right now.
Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean?
It means that I am currently pregnant with 2 children. Do you not know what twins are? I met the father not long after you and I broke up, and we got hitched pretty soon after that.
Wait a second, so are you really pregnant?
That's right. And you know what that means, right? It wasn't me who was the problem when it came to not having any kids.
Wait a second, what is this? What are you trying to say? It's always the girl's fault. Since when has a guy ever not been able to have kids?
Yeah, I think you're not alone in terms of being a guy who feels that way. But there are also plenty of men as well as women who need fertility treatments. Although you are more than content to just blame women for your impotency.
But so that's why you never got pregnant while you were married? Well, whatever. It's not like the only reason why I left you was because I didn't think you could have kids. My new wife is just better than you in every single way. I still come out on top in this.
What are you talking about?
I mean that I was never leaving you because you couldn't have kids. I was always leaving you because I just love my new wife more than I ever loved you. How does that feel? I bet it hurts, doesn't it?
Do you seriously just have no shame or something? You literally told me it was because I couldn't have kids, and now you're just making up excuses for yourself. I honestly have no idea what I saw in you or what anyone might ever see in you.
See, the fact that you have to resort to all personal attacks and stuff like that tells me all that I need to know. Well, I don't care because I'm going to be happily married for the rest of my life now.
But you haven't even seen the big surprise that I planned for you.
What surprise are you talking about? I haven't heard of any plans.
Well, yeah, it's a surprise. That was kind of the point. Anyways, maybe you should take a look at the big TV hanging above the hall where everyone is gathered.
The big TV? Oh no, what do you have planned? What are you gonna do, huh?
Oh, just watch and see. It's starting soon.
Wait a second, what is this? What's going on?
Well, this would be a recording of you and your new wife meeting up while you and I were still married. This next clip is of you inviting her over to our home while I had to work late one night.
No, you're lying. You took these after we already broke up. That doesn't prove anything, okay? It's certainly not that I ever cheated on you. Please, you have to tell everyone that this isn't right.
Actually, this video has audio that proves it was while we were still together. Shall we take a listen?
Wait, no, you didn't have to unmute the video!
I knew you were cheating on me for a while before we split up, Roy. So I had our house bugged with microphones and cameras everywhere.
You bugged out our own house? What's the matter with you?
So there's recordings of you telling this other woman that you were packing up my things and were going to kick me out. We hadn't even broken up by that point, and yet you're telling this woman all about your plans to leave me for her.
How could you do this to me?
I felt the same way when I first heard that you were cheating on me. So I did something about it.
Oh, please, just turn it off already.
Why? We're getting to the most shocking part. You never told your wife that you and I were married. She always thought that we were only ever dating and just broke up.
Just make it stop, I'm begging you.
She didn't know anything about any kind of divorce. But at least it explains why you didn't want her helping you pack my things. She might have seen some proof that you and I were actually married.
Just turn it off already. How many times do I have to ask? Of course, my new wife Fiona never knew that she was the other woman. I could never hurt her like that.
Well, now you have hurt her. You were always hurting her because you were lying to her.
But you didn't have to do this. Things were going so well for me.
Maybe if you give me a sincere apology, I'll let you off the hook just this once.
Please, I've already quit my job. If you ruin my marriage, then my life is over.
What are you talking about? Why would you quit your job to get married?
Because my wife's dad is the president of a huge company, and I was gonna get a position there through him.
Oh, I see. Well, I can't really see that happening anymore. But good luck with future job prospects.
Come on, you can't do this. There's important people here at my wedding. You've totally ruined my reputation.
And just what did I do exactly?
What didn't you do? You put videos of me for everyone to see. You've ruined everything.
I didn't do anything but show the people here who you really are. Can you please stop trying to play the victim?
I can't believe you would do this to me. All I wanted was a child. Is that really so bad?
It is when you decide to blame the women in your life for something that's your problem.
I know I shouldn't have done that. You're right.
I know I'm right. And I'm going to be suing you for cheating on me while we were married.
What? Are you serious? Haven't you done enough to me already? If you really knew that I was cheating on you this whole time, then why didn't you say something beforehand?
Well, that's because I already wanted to divorce you by then. But when I got your invitation to your wedding, I knew that it was also going to be my chance to show everyone who you really are.
You're crazy! No sane person would do something like this!
Well, it wasn't just me. I had a lot of help from my little sister in arranging this. Oh my, it seems like people are getting up to leave the wedding.
Oh no, where did my wife go? I mean, she isn't even my wife yet, but we were so close. I can't find her anywhere.
I think that she probably learned a very valuable lesson. And hopefully you've learned one too, Roy. Although I think the consequences for yours are going to be a bit worse than your almost wife's. After that, the wedding quickly fell apart and the couple-to-be did not end up getting married. Unfortunately, it being the day of the wedding, there was no way to cancel what had already been reserved, and Roy had to pay for it all. I hear the whole affair cost nearly $100,000. Then he was also sued by his would-be wife for lying to him during their engagement. And that was only after I had taken my share for Roy's cheating during our marriage. By the end of it all, Roy was left with barely a penny to his name. He had no other choice but to go and live with his parents. Except they didn't want him back home either. I have no idea what he's up to now. As for me, I had my twins a few weeks ago, and I'm still staying with my parents who, along with my sister, are helping take care of them while I search for a place that can fit us all.
Hey, my big sister. Look, I just wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you, dear. Are you seriously still doing your job as a traffic controller? Joanna, please tell me that's not true. I thought that you would have become a good and successful adult by now, sis. I thought you were going to make a good life for yourself. I guess you can't because you're such an incompetent woman who has no brains to do anything more than that job. Your only strength is your healthy body, I guess. I often wonder why you still want to continue doing this type of work, considering it's not going to get you anywhere in life. It's a joke for a job. Oh, Carla, I should have known it was you when you started to direct all your little insults towards me. It's been a while since we last talked to each other. Yes, I'm still working as a traffic controller because I'm good at my job and I still enjoy doing it. It's steady and I get paid a decent wage, so I don't get why you're questioning it. Even when I work on sunny days, I'm given good heat protection clothing to wear and my body can take it, so it's not super grueling. I think it's a job that's well suited to me. Wow, who would have thought that you could come up with so many reasons to actually stay in the job you're in? I'm dumbfounded, to be honest. I've always wondered how you've been so strong-willed, Joanna. You know, you've always been so tanned and tall, but there's nothing cute about it. There's not much you can show as a woman now. You're not the most feminine person, even though you've got a healthy body. I don't get why you're saying this to me, but all right, I'm grateful to our parents for giving birth to me and teaching me how to take care of my body. I get that I might not be as smart as you, Carla, but at least I try to look after myself and eat healthy. I think that it's good to use my advantages to do good in the world. If someone who isn't as physically healthy can't do this traffic controlling job, then I'll do it because I know I can. Ah, yes, you do such a good job, you butch woman, you. In that respect, nothing's really changed with you, has it, Joanna? On the other hand, when it comes to me, I am way more feminine. I have fair skin, I'm sort of weak, and I'm beautiful. I've got a good sense of fashion, too. I got into a good university, I'm a successful working lady, and I have done so many things in life. Your parents are my parents too, you know. It's just so funny because our parents just doted on me more as I was the cute one. You're just jealous of me, aren't you, Joanna? Well, if you're happy with your life, Carla, then that's great to hear, I guess. Look, I'm living a happy life in my own way. I've got no complaints about where I am now. Anyways, I want to know why you're contacting me like this out of the blue. Is it just so you can harass me all night? Is that it? Have you gotten to the point that you've become so self-loathing that you need to make me feel bad about what I'm doing with my life? Huh? What's that supposed to mean, big sister? It's kind of impossible for me as a perfect human being to fall into some self-loathing phase. You know, Joanna, it's all thanks to you that I'm living a really happy life. I make myself look so much better than you. So, with that, would you please not come near me with your low self-esteem? I don't really need this kind of bad vibe you give off near me. Oh, is that right? Is that why you're messaging me this at 6:30 in the evening? It was that important for you to tell me that? You know, sorry for that little outburst. I thought that you were trying to improve your self-confidence by comparing yourself to me. So come on, what's the story here? Well, I guess I was sort of doing that anyway. I suppose I just better come out and say it. I'm about to get married soon. I just wanted to tell you that little piece of information. Oh, is that right? You're getting married. Well, that's really fantastic news, Carla. Congratulations to you and your new husband. Since you were a little girl, I know how you've always said that you want to be someone's wife and get married to the man of your dreams, so that's good that your dream's coming true now. Wow, Joanna, is this what you say to someone when you want to give them your blessing? Hey, you're about to turn 30 soon, right? Aren't you planning on getting married? Or do you want to be a loner for the rest of your life because it'll end up that way if you aren't careful? Well, I don't have any plans to get married at the moment since I'm not really dating anyone in particular to get married to. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, you know. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Gosh, don't make me laugh too much, otherwise I'm going to give myself a stomachache. You know when you turn around and say something like that, Joanna, it makes me so embarrassed to be your little sister. Okay. Well, it's not like we see each other that often, Carla, so I don't see a reason to be embarrassed. If you hadn't had talked to me in the first place today, I would say we're pretty much estranged from each other. Me not getting married isn't something that you should be worried about, all right? Hey, since when did this conversation become about you? This is about my wedding here. Even though you're the older sister, you should be expected to keep on topic, okay? You know, I wonder sometimes why you act like this towards me when I've not done anything to you, but I guess there's really nothing I can do about it. Are you seriously being like this when it's supposed to be a happy occasion? Could you please at least stop being so miserable? Look, could you just be happy for once and put on some whitening powder so that your tan and sunburn don't show through too much? You know that having a little bit of sun on your skin is good for your health. It means you're getting a good amount of vitamin D. It's not like my skin is peeling. I don't think that having tanned skin gives off the impression I'm not a clean person, Carla. There's no need to worry so much about what I look like. Joanna, if you don't trust what I say to you as a sister, then don't believe in what I say so much. If you were also getting married, I'd treat you a lot better. I was thinking of inviting you to join me at my wedding. But to be honest, it seems like you're turning into a statue of a poor older sister while the younger one gets married before you. Well, if that's how you think about all this, then that's really a shame, Carla. You make no sense to me sometimes. You need to stop worrying about me so much. Did you know that Mom says that to me too? I really shouldn't worry since I don't think there'll ever be a man who'll take you for what you are. I guess it's about time you start giving up on that happening in your life. Well, it seems like our parents have, that's for sure. Maybe you have a point, Carla. But I know that you've never really had that many expectations for me. You just wanted to see me fail. I don't think our parents have given up on me, Carla. Wow, geez, okay. Did I hit a nerve or something? You've become so subservient. Stop following what our parents say. They don't care about you. You know that it's because of your personality that you don't have high expectations. Seriously, there is nothing special about you, Joanna. That's why you're going to end up alone. Yeah, well, I guess you can keep thinking that, Carla, but I won't. Look, I gotta go. I've got something to do shortly, so I'm not going to continue having this conversation right now. Look, make a decision about if you truly want me in your wedding or not. If you do, can you just send me the details later so that I can figure something out? Thanks.
Hey Joanna, I just wanted to message you to say thank you for also coming over today. I also wanted to say I'm really sorry about everything. To make it up to you, I'll take you out for dinner sometime soon and we can sit down, talk, and just have a nice time together.
Hey, no, thank you. Look, don't worry about it. There's no need for you to apologize to me, Lewis. I like coming over to see you, also because your family's so welcoming. They make me feel very much at home in your house, and I feel comfortable talking about anything and everything. I like visiting you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Joanna. It makes me so happy to hear that. My son was feeling a bit sad on his own, and my wife was as well. Since you've come into our lives and when you come over to our house, it's so much more livelier and brighter with you in it. We're very spoiled by your presence.
Aw, that's so great to hear, Lewis. I always enjoy the feast that's put on at the house. It's always so tasty. I feel in your debt with how much you take care of me.
Oh no, don't be silly. It's our pleasure. Even so, the food that you cook as well is always so good. Leaves us feeling so full afterwards. I'm told that you were in charge of a lot of housework in your family from an early age. Is that true? You're a hard worker and have become a fine woman. But I get the impression that you and some of your family members aren't really that close. Is that also the case? You don't see them very often?
Well, kind of. My parents have always been more devoted to my younger sister instead of me, but I've taught myself a lot of things, and I've just been doing what I know. Thanks to my own motivation and just the need to do things, I'm able to work a good job and also do housework on top of that. I'm grateful for what I've got now.
You're right in that, Joanna. Well, we think you've got a kind and loving heart. But if you've been brought up in such an environment, you'd probably not like your parents very much, is that right?
There were times that I definitely felt that way towards them, yes, but if I was to hold a grudge, nothing would change, really. My mother gave birth to me and kept me in good health, and now I can work a job that I am very proud of. I feel better if I just focus on the present rather than the past.
Of course, yes, that makes a lot of sense. It's better to focus on the here and now so that you can be happy and not have to worry about what others think of you and what you do.
Yes, that's why I'm able to focus on things I enjoy, such as cooking meals for people and cleaning up and making things look neat and tidy. What makes me happy is that I can come over and bring over delicious meals for you and your wife and just be independent.
Oh, yes, that is definitely true. We're delighted to have you here cooking and interacting with us. So nice that we're being helped in this way at our age.
Oh, well, thank you very much for your kind words, Lewis. Now that I've met you and your wife a few times, I'm sure I can become a part of a warm and happy household.
Wow, I'm impressed with how you've taken us with open arms and said so many nice things about my family, Joanna.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why, but it's gotten me a little emotional. I'm a little bit embarrassed now. It's probably the alcohol. It's unusual for me to drink like this.
No, you're fine. It sounds like Jacob just got home. It was nice to be able to have a nice drink at the table. It was great that he brought it. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, I really did like it. It was super good. Oh, sorry again. I was getting a bit out of hand there. It was a pleasure meeting up together for a little family reunion.
I'm glad you feel that way, Joanna. We think of you as our daughter, so we're so glad you had a good time. I hope I'm not over-exaggerating too much when I say that sort of thing. I still wonder what the person my son will marry will be like. It'd be really nice if he married someone like you, Joanna.
Oh, Lewis, there's no need to praise me that much. But once again, congratulations on your son's upcoming nuptials. I wonder if he and his new wife will be like you and your wife, Lewis.
Well, if this is my son we're talking about, I'm sure they're going to make a wonderful couple. I'm sure that you'll also see that in him as well.
Of course I do. I really wish him the best for his wedding and for the future. I'm sure Jacob has got a lot to look forward to. Excuse me? Why on earth did you show up to my wedding? I seriously didn't think that you'd actually come. I never sent you a wedding invitation, sister. Yeah, but you did tell me the date, the time, and the venue, so if you think about it, a lot of people just RSVP online, so there isn't much use in paper invitations. That's what I assumed that you had done, but how am I to know, right? I knew enough information that I thought I could come today. Wow, that head of yours is just full of rainbows, flowers, and unicorns, isn't it, Joanna? If you were actually beautiful enough, I would have thought to invite you. Did you really think with that look you've got going on is going to let you into my wedding? You thought wrong. You can't come in. You've ruined your look. I ruined my look? What are you talking about, Carla? You did this to me. Why would you pour wine all over my outfit for? You're so horrible, Carla. Well, your outfit wasn't the cleanest to begin with, so I just impulsively decided to clean it up for you. Before I knew it, you were covered in red wine. You wanted to clean up my outfit. What was so wrong with it, Carla? I'm trying to make amends, and then you go and do this to me for no reason. And also, what is so wrong with having a tan? I can't help if I've gotten a little bit of sun lately. We can't all be pale like you, Carla. Stop saying I look dirty. Come on, Joanna. We all know that you work a low-level job and you look like dirt all the time. It's a shame about the outfit. I guess you better go and get out of it, huh? Is that what you wanted? To humiliate me at your own wedding venue and make me feel miserable? Fine, so be it. I'll leave. I hope you're happy with your lot. Oh, I very much am, Joanna. Stop whining about what happened. You brought this on yourself, okay? Go and clean yourself up. It stinks of wine around here, so hurry up and leave, you low-level worker. It only smells around here because of what you've done. You know, something will happen to you one day and you'll come running to me to fix it. All you'll get is a no. Joanna, where the heck are you right now? Please, this is important. You really need to get back here right now. Something really bad has happened. Oh, really? Is that right? What could have possibly gone wrong for you, Carla? Come on, I've already decided that I'm going home and I'm not changing my mind. You need to tell me the truth right now. Are you with the groom's mother right now? Why on earth have you gone back home with her for? Why do you think, Carla? Just think about it for a second. It just so happens that we both know each other. The family found me covered in wine, so they were worried and left with me. But I don't understand how you could possibly know each other, though. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. You didn't say anything, did you? Maybe you were the one that told them I did it. Is that what you said to them? Well, did you think they actually saw what happened to me and witnessed you do it? It was poured over me where you get the wine, Carla. Jacob's mother came to check on me after you did that to me. She also saw what you were saying to me in our text conversation, so we're just going home. Huh? Are you kidding me right now? Is this seriously why Jacob's father is so mad? Jacob's just standing here with a pale face. It's ridiculous. I admitted that I don't recognize you as my sister, and he said that he doesn't recognize this marriage, and everyone got super angry at me. Oh, is that so? Well, I don't think you should admit something like that to a family who are close. How could you do this to me? It just shows you can't have a proper conversation with me. If he's actually really angry at you for what you did to me, then maybe you can't get married and be a part of their family anymore. But I don't understand why this is happening right now when it's not my fault that we don't get along. It's always been your fault. What does all this even mean? Why are you being valued so much by this family? How come you all know each other in the first place? How is this possible when this country is so big? Okay, so a while ago, the groom's father, Lewis, collapsed on the roadside and I helped him up. I accompanied him to the hospital and met with his wife. I guess that was the start of our relationship and me getting to know the family. All because of that incident that occurred while I was working. Are you for real? How can such a coincidence happen like this? Have you become such a good friend in such a short amount of time? To be honest, it's really going to take a lot to chase you away and make you super angry. This is just a silly prank. Around that time, too, his wife fell and injured herself quite badly. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't help her out with the housework and all those other things. So that's when I decided that I would go around to their house on a regular basis to help them out, and we developed a friendship during that time. What the heck is with that? Why would you help a bunch of old people? You've always been a suck-up, haven't you, Joanna? You're too good-natured. When his wife was injured and really depressed, it seemed like her husband went out by himself to try and buy something delicious for them to eat so she didn't have to cook. But of course he collapsed, so I went to help him. I think that it's a wonderful thing for a couple to care for each other so much that you'd do anything for them. I was a little confused by this kind of image of a family since I never really experienced that with my own flesh and blood. So that's why you've been hanging out with this so-called family so much, huh? You gotta be friends with them because I was being so evil to you. Are you trying to tell me that the groom's father is furious about this? Of the prank I pulled on you? We all know that it was no prank since you treat me so horribly, but yes, that seems to be the case. We also all talked about my family for a little bit before the wedding. What the heck are you talking about? You actually have heart-to-hearts? Are you kidding me? What did you talk about with them? I just said how cute my little sister is and that she was loved so much. Because of that, she was spoiled and I was the one made to do all the household chores. My sister graduated from a good university, but I wasn't allowed to go to university as there wasn't enough money saved for me. I was forced to get a job instead, and I still had to put money towards bills such as the mortgage, electricity, and what have you. Well, why does that matter so much? I met Jacob because we went to the same university and we started dating. I do agree that I went to a good university. Why are you being like this? Why are you acting like the tragic heroine that everyone's supposed to feel sorry for? You're making me feel like a mean little sister. That's not what I was talking about, but no matter how you say it to me, Carla, I think that's the case. I'm just helping them because the wife can't do housework at all, okay? I'm doing it because I heard that their son Jacob is doing most of their housework, and he's absolutely exhausted after doing that and work too. That's a normal thing for a son to do if a family is in hardship. Since he's the eldest son, he should be taking care of them anyway. But I heard that they like you for what you've been doing for them. Stop sucking up and trying to tear me apart from my husband. Oh my God, Carla, you annoy me so much. You're such a bad listener. I'm not doing anything like that at all. Today, I didn't do anything like that. You're the one who poured wine all over me. If anything, you're bringing this on yourself. You were laughing throughout the whole thing and showed no remorse. Both Jacob's parents finally saw you for what you are, and they finally understand what you're like when I told them how spoiled you were. Are you kidding me with this crap, Joanna? I only did what I did because I didn't expect you to be dressed like you were in a place like a wedding venue. It's like you didn't even try to look good. You're an embarrassment on me and our parents. You're the one who's been misleading me throughout my entire life. Don't you know that doing things like that is just sisters expressing their relationship? I'm allowed to do things like that to you. After all, it was just a little joke. We all know that was no joke. You wouldn't pour wine all over your best friend's dress, would you, to ruin their entire day? So why would a sister do that to their older sister? You've hardly talked to me throughout our adult life, or even now. You don't even like me, and you've always been mean to me. How can a sister be like that when all I've tried to do is love you unconditionally as an older sister? Why must you hate me so much, Carla? I mean, I've gone over this in my head every single day of my life, and I just never can understand why I'm treated like this. You've literally ruined everything now. Why do you think I'm so mad, Joanna? Isn't it obvious what you're going to do for me? My wedding day has been completely ruined because of you, Joanna. You need to do something about it right now. The one thing you can do is get back here and talk to Lewis. You know what, Carla? I have wasted so much energy in my life because of you, and I'm not going to do that anymore. My answer is no, Carla. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you just say no to my order? What is going on here? Are you deliberately trying to sabotage me? I would like to respect Jacob's parents and not do anything against them since they're treating me well. If they're happy letting their son get married to you, then I wish you the best. Even in this situation, I also congratulate you wholeheartedly, sister. Getting married is a special thing. I hope you realize that. But if they don't want to recognize you as their daughter-in-law after what you did, I can't lie to them and force them to say yes to both of you getting married. Your stubbornness is truly infuriating, Joanna. You really have not changed since we were kids. It's so annoying. You really need to get back to the venue this instant. If you come back and show how good our relationship is, maybe they'll change their minds and maybe we could try and mend things, for the future. I'm not going back to the venue, Carla. Even if I did go back, I wouldn't lie to everyone. I'd tell them that we've never been good friends, Carla. I'm not going to create a fake scenario just so that you can have your happily ever after. I'll do no such thing. I am so done with you and this mess you've made. Oh, cut it out, Joanna. Our mom and dad are crying and sitting here on the ground. If you come back here, all of that kind of nonsense will be over. Look, I'm grateful to our parents for keeping me healthy, but are they really the type of parents I need in my life? I don't think so. I've got a lot of doubts about the life I've had, and to be honest, I don't want to feel those things anymore. That's why I won't go out of my way to lie in order to protect you. Please, Joanna, stop acting like this. Don't be so stubborn. I'm your adorable little sister, and I know you want nothing bad to happen to me, right? You're the only sister I've got, and I need you right now. Please don't abandon me like this. I really need to get married today. Please come back, and we can sort this whole thing out. How can you want me back there if you spilled wine all over me? You're the one who ruined it for yourself. Don't call me stubborn. I'm allowed to feel like this. You absolutely disgust me as a human being, as you've treated me like crap for years. Don't even think about trying to come near me ever again. I don't want anything to do with you. How could you say that sort of thing to me, Joanna? Please, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again to you. I'll tell our parents to think of you more. I'll be nicer to you. Please, just come back to the venue. You saying sorry is many years too late. I've never heard you be so desperate. It's kind of funny. You know that nothing you say is going to make me do anything for you anymore. You're going to regret all the bad things you've done to me throughout our childhood. I hope you'll learn your lessons someday, Carla. Now leave me alone. After that, the marriage came to nothing, and Carla and her parents broke down in tears. On the other hand, Jacob, who knew everything, seemed to have fallen in love with Joanna. The two have bonded and are getting along really well. It seems like Carla's turned green with envy. She's gone crazy with jealousy. Joanna was able to join a real family with Jacob and his parents. Joanna and Jacob got married, and she gave birth to a healthy baby. The whole family seems to be living happily together. By marrying into Jacob's family, she was able to cut ties with her own family. With this happening, she stopped giving her family money. Without the allowance that they relied on, they began to live in poverty. What you do to others will eventually come back to you somehow.
Hey, Shelly, is now a good time to talk? I'm really sorry to pry, but I just feel like I kind of have to ask. Why were you eating out of a dog bowl earlier? Is there something going on that I should know about? I see that. I was just kind of surprised to see that.
Oh no. Did you really see me doing that? Oh, that is so embarrassing. I am so sorry that you had to see something so strange. I hope it didn't put you off too much.
No, sorry. I'm not asking because I was upset by it or anything like that. I guess I just wanted to know why it is that you were doing that. I mean, is there a reason why you were eating out of a dog bowl? Is that something you do often around here?
Oh, don't worry. It's totally fine. There is nothing to worry about when it comes to that at all. It's just a little something I do now and then, but it really is nothing to worry about in the slightest.
I'm sorry, you just enjoy eating your meals out of a doggy bowl? Is that really what's going on around here? Because if that's the truth, then I really don't care what you do as long as it's safe and you enjoy it, of course. But if that's the truth, then I don't see why you would want to hide it. I mean, when you're eating out of there, you look like you didn't want anyone else to see what you were doing at all, you know?
You got me there. I was just lying about doing it now and then. I don't even know why I said that to begin with. But the thing is that I just broke some plates and there weren't any more in the house. So since I broke the plates, I told everyone that I wouldn't mind having to take my meal out of the doggy bowl, like you saw.
I see, but that's the other thing. My family doesn't own a pet at all. So I don't even understand why they would own a doggy bowl to begin with. Shelly, please. I'm really not mad or anything like that, but would you just please tell me what exactly is going on here?
Okay, I guess I have no choice but to be honest with you. I'm eating out of a dog bowl because your mom asked me to. Well, more like ordered me to.
Wait, what? You're trying to tell me that my mom is forcing you to eat out of a dog bowl? Is that really true?
No, wait, forget I said that. I didn't mean that at all. I swear, please, just forget everything that I've said about this whole thing. Let's just drop this and never ever bring it up again. After all, this is the first time that you've been back home for something like 3 years, right? I really would rather that you relax and not have to worry about my problems.
Shelly, please, just wait 1 second. I mean, do you really think that I'm going to be able to enjoy my time here at all knowing that something like this is going on? Please, you can talk to me. You can trust me, okay? I just want you to tell me what it is that my mom has told you to do.
Well, if I tell you what's been going on around here, do you promise not to tell another soul? I mean it, you can't tell anyone else at all what I'm about to tell you. Do you understand me, Charles?
Of course. You have my word that I'm not going to mention any of this to anyone else. Now, can you please just tell me what the heck is going on around here?
It's true. What I said about your mom ordering me to eat my meals out of a dog bowl is all true. And honestly, I'm not sure how much more of this I'm going to be able to take.
Shelly, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all this. What in the world happened between you and my mom that would make her want to treat you like this?
There's been a lot that's happened between us, actually. It's all been so much, though. It's almost hard to remember. At first, it wasn't this bad, though. She would complain about my cooking and start throwing away my food. Then she even started throwing away my belongings that she said were useless and taking up space around the house. She even threw away all my makeup. She told me that if I had time to be putting on makeup, then I should have time to clean around the house. But I had so many nice products.
I don't know what to say. Shelly, I am so sorry. This is all just so horrible to hear. What makes it even worse is that I don't think anyone has a clue about any of this.
But it isn't all your mom's fault, so please don't think that. It's almost my fault. It's my fault for being such an idiot. And you know how much of a perfectionist your mom is. So anytime I made a mistake, she would always let me know that I was wrong right away. But over time, she would do with the insults and put downs, and it just got worse.
I mean, Shelly, please. Shelly, please. You can't blame yourself for any of this. Everybody makes mistakes. And even if you do feel like you need to make up for them somehow, what my mom is doing to you just isn't right. You aren't dumb, and you don't need to be perfect. You're human just like we all are, and you deserve respect. But what I really want to know is if my brother Quinn is doing anything about this.
I actually haven't told Quinn that any of this is going on. And your mom is always so kind to me whenever there are other people around. But I know that her anger is just building up inside of her. I can see it in her eyes. The way she looks at me when no one else is. I can see the hate she has for me. Although now that I think about it, I think that your mom really started to get about all of this after your father passed away.
I see, but are you saying that that means that my mom has been treating you in the way that you described to me just now ever since my dad died?
That's right. But I guess that means that it's been about as long as you've been out of the house, hasn't it? Although I guess it really does make sense. After all, when that happened, the time that I was spending alone with your mom at home increased by a lot.
I know I should have been coming home more often to check in on everyone. I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with all of this, Shelly. I'm even more sorry that I didn't notice so I could put a stop to it.
Please don't blame yourself for any of this, Charles. It really isn't your fault at all. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad for what's been going on with me. Now look at what I've gone and done. I've made you feel guilty about something that you have nothing to do with.
Shelly, you really are too nice, but did you realize that? I think it might do you some good to be just a bit more mean or angry from time to time. I mean, if everything that you've told me is true, that means that my mom has been treating you like this for the last 3 years.
Has it really only been 3 years? I don't believe it. It feels like it's been much, much longer than that. But I still don't get it when I think about it. I mean, your mom was such a nice lady when the two of us first met. I think that's part of the reason why I blame myself so much for what's going on. I just assume that whatever caused the change in your mom must have been something to do with me.
I know what you mean. I've noticed things changing for my mom as well. I've noticed her attitude getting worse and worse. But still, I just never thought in a million years that my mom would get this bad. I mean, I don't care what's happened between the two of you. To make you do something like eat out of a dog bowl is just unacceptable.
I know, but I'm trying to tell you that it's really not as bad as it seems. I mean, I love dogs. I really, really do.
Shelly, I think you and I both know that that is not the problem here. But I will say that I really admire the brave face that you're putting on in spite of all this. I mean, to have been subjected to this kind of treatment by your own mother-in-law?
Well, anyways, just remember the promise that you made to me, okay? You promised me that you wouldn't tell anyone at all about this, remember?
Yes, I know. You won't have to worry about this at all, but I'm going to have to talk to my mom about this, of course. I mean, I know that you don't want this to continue, right? You can't actually be happy living this way.
Well, I'll admit that it's not fun. It's actually really, really hard.
I mean, I'm sure that it is. And you don't deserve to be treated like this. So please just leave everything to me. I'm going to make sure that something like the things that you've been going through never ever happen to you again.
Charles, thank you so, so much. For everything. I mean it.
Hey, Mom, are you there? I was wondering if you wouldn't mind chatting with me for a bit here. There were a few things I'd like to talk to you about, if that's all right.
Oh, Charles. You know, I'm so happy that you're finally home. It really has been so long since I've had my little boy back here. So, of course, we can talk. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I'm glad that you said that, Mom, because I kind of want to talk about Shelly. I was just curious what you think of her.
You want to know what I think about Shelly? Well, why would you want to know something like that?
Well, I guess I just wanted to make sure that the two of you are getting along okay. I mean, have there been any kind of issues between you two? It seems to me like things are going well around here, but you can never really know without asking, right? I guess I'm just asking because I'm thinking about when I'm going to get married, and I just wanted to ask about how living with your daughter-in-law has been going for you.
I see. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. What can I say about Shelly? Well, if I can really be honest with you, I think that she might just be a little slow from time to time. And she can certainly stand to improve her direction following.
Really? Is that how you feel about her? So you think that she doesn't really do a good job of listening to you when you tell her to do things?
I just mean that these things happen. But as we can clearly see, the fault is usually overwhelmingly on the daughter-in-law. But what else can you really expect with how spoiled the younger generations are these days? That's why it's up to the ladies of my generation to whip these young girls into shape and make sure they know how to be good wives for their husbands and good daughters-in-law to us. Although, I suppose, given how sensitive people your age are these days, some people might actually call this bullying.
I see. Well, I guess now I feel I have at least a better sense of how you think about Shelly. Thanks for telling me all of that.
Well, of course, I would never ever hide any secrets from you. Besides, I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about after coming here and interacting with her.
So I guess that means that you would be saying that you've been pretty strict in terms of how you've been interacting with Shelly then?
Of course I have. She's left me with no choice in the matter at all. And as her mother-in-law, I just had to take it upon myself to make sure she flies straight. But now I'm curious, Charles. Has Shelly told you anything about me at all? I just know that she can be such a crybaby sometimes and will tell the craziest fibs about how horrible I am, just to try and get people to feel bad for her.
No, of course not, Mom. Shelly hasn't told me anything bad about you at all. It's just that this is the first time I've been home in I don't know how long. And anyways, I guess I was just a little surprised when I saw that Shelly was eating from a dog bowl the other day. I'm just curious. Did you tell her to do that, or did she choose to do that on her own? What was going on with that?
Of course I was the one who told her that she had to eat out of the dog bowl. You have no idea the lengths that I have gone to try and get that girl to fix her life. But all she does is cry and cry about how unfair her life is. I know that all she's really trying to do is get out of doing things like taking care of the house, like what she is supposed to be doing. So that's why I made her start eating out of the bowl. If she wants to act like an untrained dog, then she'll eat like one until she learns.
Mom, are you for real? Do you really think that is any way to treat another human being?
And just what is that supposed to mean? I've already explained to you that I'm doing what I'm doing in order to make Shelly into an even better person.
So you really think that you're doing all of this for Shelly's sake? If that were true, then why don't you treat Shelly the way that you have been treating her in front of my brother, huh? I mean, I was talking to him a bit about this, and he told me that he had no idea that Shelly was going through any of this. So if you were keeping it from him, it must have been because you didn't want him knowing what you were doing, right?
Of course not. You're getting this all wrong. I just didn't want to give your brother any more to worry about. You know how busy he is with work things all of the time. I just didn't want to take up more of his time with something like this. After all, what matters most is that he's able to concentrate on doing his work.
But I still don't understand. What is it about Shelly that makes you hate her so much? What did she do to you?
Again, Charles, you're getting this all wrong. I never ever said that I hate the girl. The thing is, though, is that she's just a bit dim and she needs someone to tell her how to be the best version of herself that she can be. And she can do that by listening to every little thing that I have to say to her. It really isn't my fault that she's so useless. But I can assure you that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that she doesn't stay that way forever. You should be thanking me for all I'm doing.
So you really think Shelly is useless, Mom? I have to say that I'm really shocked. I just didn't think that you were this kind of person. I mean, you've given so many different excuses about Shelly, but all I'm hearing is that you just plain don't like her. Isn't that right?
And so what? It's my house, and I'm allowed to like or dislike the people that are staying here. After all, she's the one that married my son and moved in with me.
I get that, Mom, but still. Can you really not see just how horrible you've been treating her?
I don't care what you think. I know what's best for her. And I am doing what I am doing for her sake. She has to eat out of a dog bowl until she remembers what it's like to be a good person. But anyways, enough about that dumb girl. You shouldn't be letting her ruin the time that you have being back at home with your family.
I can't do this anymore, Mom. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. As far as I'm concerned, you are not my mom.
What do you mean by that? Are you really going to act this way because of the way I treat some dumb girl who couldn't take orders correctly to save her life?
You know, I really wanted to believe that I wasn't getting the whole picture, that I was missing something that would explain this whole situation and make it all make sense. But I'm afraid that it's just as I feared. Maybe even worse than I feared. But I'm afraid that if this is the way you want to choose to treat people, then I can't call you my mom.
Charles, what in the world are you going on about? I mean, you haven't been home to visit your family in 3 years, and this is the way that you're going to behave? Surely you didn't come all this way back home just to get into a fight with your family, right?
I'm sorry, Mom, but there's nothing to fight about. I know what I need to do now. I've made up my mind. You are not my mother anymore.
Please, Charles, you're just acting ridiculous right now. I mean, what in the world has gotten into you? You used to be such a sweet boy who would always listen to what I said. Are you really going to try and ruin things with your own mom just for this dumb woman?
Why do you have to insult her in every breath that you mention her, Mom? Why can't you just let Shelly live the way that she chooses to live? Why do you have to try and control every bit of her life?
I'm sorry, Charles, but you don't live here and you don't know what it's like sharing a space with her. I am only doing what I have to do in order to keep my house running.
And how in the world does making her eat from a dog bowl accomplish that, huh? What is even the point of that?
It is part of an elaborate system of rewards and punishments that I've set up for Shelly, if you must know.
You mean it goes even bigger than this? You have this whole thing systemized? Now that really is just taking things way too far, Mom. What is the matter with you? Don't you have any shame at all? I'll give you one more chance to own up to the horrible way you've been treating Shelly.
And just what do I even have to own up to? I know that I'm right, and that's the end of it. I don't have anything to own up to or admit because everything I've been doing has been right.
Okay then, Mom. Okay then, Mom. If you're really going to be like this, I think I have to ask you to leave the house.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? What do you mean leave the house?
I mean that I bought this house, right? It's my name on the deed. Of course, when I did, it was because I wanted to make sure that you would have a place to live when it was clear that Dad wasn't going to make it. But you can't live here if you're going to treat Shelly this way.
No, hold on just a second. You're not really serious about that, are you? I mean, that's taking things way too far.
The only person taking things too far here is you, Mom. You were acting like some kind of school bully when you should be the adult here. You should be the adult here. Well, I refuse to support someone who treats another human being the way that you treat Shelly. Now get out.
Wait, no, you can't be doing this to me. I'm your mother.
Oh, don't worry. Neither you nor Quinn are going to be staying here any longer.
What is that supposed to mean? What are you trying to pull here?
I've noticed that Shelly has bruises on her knees and back. I tried to ask her about where those come from one day, and she refused to tell me. Well, I could tell from looking in her eyes that it was as I feared.
So then, you're telling me that you're really going to choose this other woman over your own mother and brother?
I can't believe it. While you were busy psychologically torturing Shelly, you were standing by while Quinn abused her physically.
Oh, please. Nobody was torturing or abusing anybody. This whole thing is just getting to be ridiculous.
Except for the fact that I have video evidence of both you and Quinn treating Shelly horribly.
What do you mean? What video? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that I have footage that was recorded in private while you had no idea that you were being watched.
I don't care what you say. I'm still not going to be moving out.
You really are horrible. Do you know that, Mom? I know all about how Shelly is always the first person to get up in the house. First, she has to pack Quinn's lunch for work. Then she makes breakfast for the two of you. After that, you make her do all of the cleaning and all of the washing and cleaning around the house. Then you make her cook your lunch, do the shopping, cook dinner, and fold all the laundry. You've been treating Shelly like a servant, not your daughter-in-law.
For the last time, I'm doing all of that for her sake. Why can't you get that? If I didn't tell her what to do, she would be sitting around on the sofa watching TV all day.
And just what's wrong with taking a day off where that is all you do now and then, huh? Because from what I've heard, Shelly barely has any time to sleep with how busy you're keeping her, and yet you insist that it's all for her sake?
I have had just about enough out of you. You have no idea what it's like to be a mother-in-law. I am the matriarch of this family, and what I say goes.
And so the truth finally comes out. Well, at least we both know how you feel about your role in the family. We'll see how well that goes for you, though.
How could you do this, you horrible, evil woman? How dare you go and tell my son about what's been happening? Don't you realize what you've done? You've gone and ruined my whole family.
Dee, what do you mean? I haven't done anything. I haven't told anyone anything, I swear.
Don't you play stupid with me. I know that you told Charles all about what you and I have been getting up to here. And now, thanks to you, Charles is throwing me out of the house. Do you realize that? Just what are you going to do to fix this?
But I didn't even do anything. I really didn't, I swear.
Oh, please. The least you could have done would be to try and confront me yourself instead of send my son to fight your battles for you. This is exactly why I knew that it was up to me to train you well. But clearly, you don't even know the meaning of the word gratitude, or else you wouldn't have done this.
I have had just about enough out of you, Dee.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? How dare you talk back to me? Don't you realize just how much trouble you're in right now?
Oh, shut up already, won't you? Do you really expect me to be grateful for what you've put me through? You've done nothing but make my life a living hell ever since I moved here.
What? What's going on here? I don't understand. You're not supposed to talk to me like this.
Well, I am. And what are you going to do about it, huh? Did you really think that I wasn't getting angry under the surface this whole time?
No, What do you mean? What has gotten into you?
You know, I don't think that Charles quite understood my point of view about all of this. He seemed to think that I was taking all of this crap from you because I was weak. But that isn't true. I was just hoping that you would burn yourself out of all your bullying. I had hoped that if I put my good foot forward and showed you how eager I was to be a member of this family, that you might change your ways. But I guess my leniency has just the opposite effect on you. I suppose it all does work out in the end, though, considering the fact that you're being evicted.
What are you talking about? Who are you and what have you done with Shelly? This isn't right.
You have no idea the kinds of things I'm capable of. I was just biding my time, subjecting myself to the abuse you and your son poured on me. But really, I was just being thorough in my collection of evidence. I wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be room for any doubt at all.
You mean that you did all this on purpose? This was all part of your plan to get Quinn and I kicked out of our own home?
I wasn't tricking you at all. Like I just said, I only had the patience to let you set yourself up for failure. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time, and I guess that time has finally come for you. And now you and your no-good rotten son are going to end up homeless on the streets. There was no trick, though. Just good old-fashioned patience.
You're horrible. I didn't think that you were like this. You lied to me.
Sorry, shouldn't you and Quinn be packing? I can't imagine that Charles is going to let you stay around here that much longer, right?
I don't believe this. You're really going to go through with this. You're going to kick your own mother out onto the streets? But I still don't get it. How can you choose this ugly, stupid girl over your own family? It doesn't make any sense.
And that's just it, Mom. Unlike you, I don't only see people in the way that they can do things for me. You were nothing but a horrible, manipulative woman to Shelley, and it's clear she needed to be free of you.
But son, surely you must know that I don't have any money. I don't even have a job. What am I supposed to do? Please, we're family. You were supposed to take care of me when I got older, not abandon me like this.
I already told you that I'm not your son, and I don't care what you do. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is just kicking out a couple of squatters in my house.
You don't really mean that, right? That's horrible.
Don't you dare even start with me about what's horrible and what's not. It's clear to me that you haven't done any reflecting about how awful you've been treating Shelley at all. But to make up for all the horrible things you've been doing to her, I'm going to let her keep this house.
Please, Charles, please don't do this. I promise that we won't ever treat her poorly again.
How about you save all your excuses for the judge? I'm sure that a court is going to pay a lot more attention to what Shelley has to say than what you did. That was the last time that I messaged my mom. After that, I blocked her and everything. I realized that she would only pester me about not punishing her, but she would never admit that what she did was wrong. After that, her and Quinn were forced out of the house. I heard that the two of them moved into a tiny cramped apartment together. I suppose they really couldn't afford a better place after settling out of court with Shelley about all the horrible things that they had put her through. I offered Shelley the house, of course, but she said there were too many painful memories there and decided to sell it instead. It's been a few months since all of that happened. I haven't heard from my mom or brother ever since. And as for Shelley, we still keep in touch. I've heard that she has a new boyfriend and he's much more kind and respectful to her than Quinn ever was. Shelley even told me that she was pregnant and asked if I wouldn't mind letting her child call me uncle. I think we both realized that we lost people in our lives that we had thought were precious to us. I'm only happy that Shelley was able to get out of that situation and into a much better one. But I'm very grateful that she still remembers me and keeps me close.